Since kids are the customers for youth sports, we need to include the voice of children and experts in the field. So joining Navonne and I on stage here, Besty Pringle, 10 years old, a power soccer player from Birmingham, Alabama. We also have Tanaya Mullen, a 12-year-old unified athlete from right here in Detroit, Michigan. And Daniel Solomon, who's also 12, played field hockey, but really loves swimming, and he's from Urbana, Maryland. Please give him a round of applause. And Daniel, let's continue the conversation with you. You had an opportunity to see Navonne in that commercial. What did you think of the commercial?
So when
You're
I
on.
saw the commercial, I thought, why are we letting kids retire? Why haven't we done something about this? Why are we just now starting to raise awareness of this? It's been happening for decades with kids like me, where we've quit sports because we just couldn't take it anymore.
And so you say there was a moment in time you quit sports because you couldn't take it anymore. Can you explain what happened that led you to quit a sport?
So when I was 4, I started playing t-ball, and I really loved it that year, but when I was 5, the league was very strict. It was, my coach kept me in the same position for almost the entire year. I was second outfield, and when I wasn't infield, I had no clue how to play. There would be fights between umpires and parents. You had to wait 20 minutes for the commissioner to come to settle a dispute. It was really not a kid-friendly environment. I just couldn't take it.
We had a conversation. You do still have a huge passion for swimming. Can you describe your love when you're in the pool?
So, I've started swimming when I was in pre-K. I've done swim lessons since I was in pre-K. And when I left T-ball, I had been looking into swimming, and I decided, since it was summer and year-round, competitive and non-competitive, I decided I would do swimming. I was too competitive, you could go non-competitive, and it was summer and year-round. And I had a great experience with the league, my coaches, and my teammates, and it stuck with me ever since.
Your mom tells me you score a lot of goals in power soccer. What is it that you learn about your experience when you're playing?
You learn a lot about teamwork, and that when you play, you need to work as a team.
What advice would you give a friend? You said none of your friends yet have retired, but in being involved in this whole process, what advice would you give a friend who's thinking about retiring from sports?
If one of my friends is thinking of retiring from sports, I tell them, if you haven't tried like bowling or something, try something new before you think about quitting.
In power soccer, what makes a good teammate?
Someone who is encouraging, and they help other players when they're struggling with some things.
Absolutely.
Encourage them with the things that they're also good in.
Of course, that makes a great teammate. And as far as your coach, what are some of the lessons you've learned from your coach?
She teaches us a lot about teamwork and how to be good teammates, and she also teaches us about soccer at the same time.
What do you like to get out of when you get into the pool?
I like to see good coaches who support their players and swimmers. I'd like to see players who support their teammates, and I like to see parents who don't pay to see their kids win, who don't try to fuel arguments because they may have lost or their kid may have not won the meet or something.
Wow, Daniel. I mean, yes, give it up to Daniel. You really, are observing what is plaguing us right now with this epidemic, really. And what I'm hearing is he's seeing how adults are interacting with each other, and it funnels down. So, Navonne, have you experienced anything with your coaches or parents that, has stuck out in your mind that may have turned you off onto an activity or sports?
Well, something I don't like about when I participate in sports is because a lot of kids will show up and want to be on the team, but then when it comes to play the game, half the kids won't show up. And then there's this one time I signed up for soccer, and then we couldn't play because half the kids didn't show up. On the field, I rise to that occasion because sometimes we'll have a lot of people play one game, and then we'll have to have some people sit out and sub. I'm usually always the person that sits out and subs. But yeah, on the field, I just play for fun. And acting, sometimes I'll be playing at school. And my dad comes, we have an audition, I'll be like, why? I'm playing basketball.
Tanaya, what about you? Among all of your activities, do you have a favorite?
Yes.
What is it?
Track and field.
Track and field, okay. So what event do you like the most?
Track and field.
Gotcha. Are you a sprinter or a long distance runner?
Long distance runner.
Okay, and what does it make you feel like when you're running a mile or 2 miles? Do you think a lot? Is it just about getting to the finish line?
Thinking about getting to the finish line.
And when you cross that finish line, how would you describe your emotions?
Happy.
Happy. And do you like, is that, when you think of participating in sports, is that the majority of your emotions? Is you're happy to be with your teammates on the field?
Yes.
Swimming, it's such an exhilarating sport because it's just you in the water. When you hit, the wall, how would you describe how you feel?
It feels great, even if I didn't win the race. It still feels great. It gives you sort of a sense of accomplishment that you made it to the end, and it makes me feel really excited, and it makes me really happy.
You should participate in sports because you need teamwork for your whole life, because without a team, you couldn't get half the things you want to do done.
Don't retire, kids!